What's up, guys? It's your girl Alessandra. I'm making this video because of a couple of things. First, this is actually to tell you guys about some things that have recently been happening to me. But second thing is to address some comments that some of you have gotten on my page to leave behind. So this is my channel, and if you don't like what you see or what you hear, get the fuck off my channel. Like, I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm not telling you to comment. You're just being spiteful and negative, and that's the reason why you're commenting, because I could give two flying shits about your opinion. So, if you have nothing positive to say, guess what? Get the fuck off. Second, I'm going to talk to you guys about some shit that's been happening to me. So I recently got in contact with an ex of mine, and he's been like super negative, like, making little comments here and there and jabs, and these are people that are so toxic that even after 30 years or 20 years, when you get in contact with them and you try to help them, they never see anything but what they want to see. So he was talking to me about some things that are going on in his life, and I was talking to him about some things that are going on in my life. And when you get in contact with people that are so chemically imbalanced and so toxic, they bring negative energy towards you. So when I say negative energy, I don't necessarily mean, well, actually I do mean it. I mean negative energy. So negative energy is, for example, like, you start fighting with this person and you weren't fighting with them, and then now you're fighting with everybody else. You hate the world all of a sudden, and you're spiteful and mad over things that you haven't thought about in years. And then you come to realize that some people are just better off left behind in your past and not necessarily in your future so much. With this person, I tried numerous times, numerous ways to help this person out. This person had the chance pretty much of having a different life, and instead of accepting things and changing them, he's looking at things as it's everybody's fault but his own. So, while I don't like to necessarily point the finger too much at people, because I feel like when you sit here and you're talking about others and you're judging, you don't know in reality who you're talking about or who you're judging. So when you do that, you could potentially be cursing yourself. Like, you could be talking about someone that's really good and, be throwing salt on yourself. That's why I'm going to try to be brief about this. But, like, he is really toxic, okay? Now, while he is a toxic person, I do try to be, a decent individual, and I try to help people out. So by him coming into my life, a lot of things have gotten pretty much from being okay to just chaotic. And everything that he has brought with him has not only been chaos, but it's been problematic. So I've known him for like all my life. So when he contacted me, I was more than willing to bring him into my fold, even though I had not spoken to him in over like a decade or something like that. So he was chaotic then, and I thought that maybe he had changed and that he was gonna be a different guy. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with a lot of people that I cut off when I technically moved from New York to where I'm at now. And a lot of people, like, how do I explain this? a lot of people like envied the fact that we moved to such a beautiful area and that we had a house and that we had things that they didn't have. So a lot of people, even though they were like, oh, you know, you guys, blah, 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 yada, yada, you know, they gave their you guys are going to be good, their blessings and shit. A lot of people were spiteful about the fact that they lived where they lived, or that they had to deal with people in New York. Okay, so I'm going to be more specific about it. So, not everybody that lives in New York City comes from a good area. There was a lot of people that we surrounded ourselves around that were not living that were not living in good areas. Sorry guys, my daughter came in real quick to ask me for something. So when we moved from New York, there was a lot of animosity, I want to say, or I don't know if it's animosity. I want to call it envy. When we moved from New York, a lot of people were envious at the fact that we were moving to an area that was more countryside and that it was more peaceful, more family oriented. So while a lot of my friends, I left them in New York and stuff like that, this guy that I'm talking to you guys about, I grew up with him, so I was trying to bring him into my fold and help him out with his life situations. Now, as soon as I started talking to him, it became turmoil. Like, he was making me toxic. I was bitching and, you know, screaming and fighting. And then I stopped myself and I said, listen, why are you upset? Why is this person, why are you... And it's not necessarily that I was upset. I was allowing him to make me upset. And it's hard to explain how you can allow someone to make you upset. They just say shit to you. And they tweak you the wrong way. And then you reply a certain way and react a certain way that allows you to become negative. And when you constantly do it, it becomes toxic. So he was talking to me for a couple of weeks. And he was so toxic. Like, everything was like, oh, you this, you that. You know, you guys got lucky, yada, yada. And I'm just like, we didn't get lucky anything. Like, I wasn't understanding why precisely this person was thinking that I was lucky. I don't know. I think that sometimes people just don't see things the way that they should be. They see it as they want to see it. And the toxic behavior that follows that is the angriness, the envy, the wanting to point shit out and wanting to create arguments. So he got upset and gave me a few comments and disrespected me. And I'm a person that I'm all about respect. Don't violate me and think that this bitch is about to sit down and shut the fuck up. Because I will make a hole in your ass. And that shit will be a second motherfucking hole. It will not be the first one you already got. Seriously, I don't play those games. I don't disrespect nobody. So don't come and disrespect me. That's why I'm, you know, I try to keep to myself. Because I'm a person that I give you respect. But you better fucking return that. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to help him through a rough patch in his life, and it ended up being chaos. Like, it ended up being arguments, and it ended up being things. And this is why you can never take an ex back that is chaotic, because they will always blame you for everything that happens in their life. Like, he hates me for, I don't know what. He hates me because, I don't know. I think he hates me because I didn't stay with him. I don't really know. I don't understand why he hates me, but I've tried numerous times to be there for him as a friend, help him as a friend, and at this point, I just don't even know what to do, because every time that I come around him, it's so chaotic, so hazardous, so toxic, and it's just like, who the fuck wants to deal with that? Like, I haven't been with you in 22 years. Like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he's still fighting to be with me, and he doesn't know how not to, like, unattach himself. Or maybe he's just, like, one of these really, really chaotic people that are so fucking toxic that they don't know what to do. I mean, they call those energy vampires, by the way, if you guys want to look that up. But he's just like mad at the world, and everything is, oh, you this, you that. And oh my God, the worst thing in the earth is to want to help someone who can't take responsibility for their actions. For someone who sits here and everything that you say, every other word, they're bitching and fighting and hating you. Listen, there's a thing called law of attraction. So if you're constantly saying, I don't want to be with this person, I don't want to do with this person, I hate this person, blah, 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 that's exactly what you're going to attract towards yourself. So it doesn't matter, like, if in 10 years or 5 years or 3 years or even 2 hours later, you're like, I really love this person. That's not what you're going to attract to yourself. You're going to attract to yourself negativity, because that's what your mind is pulling, and that's what your mouth is saying that it wants. So while you may love somebody, if you're sitting here saying, I hate that person, blah, 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 being toxic and spewing your negative energy, that's not what you're going to attract. What you're going to attract to yourself is going to be all the bad shit, you know what I'm saying, that you're saying. You know, time, like, your mind is so fucking powerful. People don't understand how powerful your mind really is. Your mind is powerful, and so are your words. That's why it talks about certain things in the Bible about, you know, watch what you say and stuff like that, because there's times in where you spit up and the spit comes right back down at you. I forgot what verse it is, but my mother used to quote this when I was young, because I used to say a lot of stupid shit. And Mom said, you know what the Bible says? Do not let your left hand know what your right hand does. And I always was like, what is she talking about? So what that verse is trying to say is that do not let people in the street know the good that you do. So when you do something good for somebody, you shouldn't go telling the whole earth, oh, I gave this person this. Like, let's say you gave a homeless person money, right? You shouldn't be telling the whole entire world, oh, I did this or I did that, because you know what? It is frowned down upon. So when you talk about someone in an ill manner and this person hasn't done nothing to you, there is a lot of bad things that can come from that. While you may not understand that, that's a different story. But I mean, you guys can look this up. This is called the law of attraction. When you want to change as a person, you need to accept responsibility for your actions. You need to give love. Love is a thing that a lot of people don't know how to give. A lot of people rather say, F you, bitch, I hope you die, or whatever the fuck people come up with. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, relationships are so fucking toxic that you kind of lose track of what is even acceptable. Like, there's people that think that it's acceptable to be physically hit, that it's acceptable to have verbal abuse in their relationship, that it's acceptable to have mental abuse. And it's not, because that brings you down. That brings your aura down. That makes you vibrate completely low. Your energy levels are going to be so low that's all you're going to attract is fights, negativity, and bullshit ass drama. And talking to this guy, I realized that this person was so toxic still that he had not changed after 20-something years. And while I'm in no means a savior, you know what I'm saying? I'm not pretending to be a savior. I don't fucking save nobody. I just try to help as much as I can. And I give my loved ones my opinion. Normally, I try to do it in a positive way so that it doesn't affect them negatively. But if it does come out in a negative way, I try to rephrase myself, because when someone says something bad to you, it affects you. Like, your mind picks up on shit. Like, for example, when someone goes, oh, your man's cheating on you, that's the reason why he's doing this and he's doing that. You may not have thought that that's the reason why he was, acting the way he was thinking. But now, this bitch done put a seed in your motherfucking head. And now you're straight crazy right now. Now you're thinking in your head that he is cheating on me. I'm about to catch him. I'm about to whoop his ass. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. And now you're all fucking sorts of poison. This motherfucker probably ain't even cheating on you. But it takes that one salty ass bitch to ruin your life. And that one salty person can poison you so much to the point in where you won't even know what the fuck you're doing anymore. the moral of the story is that exes are exes for a reason, and you got to keep them as an ex. And if you have an ex that comes into your life and he is still presenting the same patterns as he was presenting back when you left, then look, wish them the best and keep that motherfucker moving, because there are people that can bring you down with them, and you can have an okay life and go from being okay to being one miserable ass individual. And the last thing in this earth that you want is destruction, chaos, and toxic people near you. Toxic people that don't value and appreciate you, that want to suck all your positive energy and make you like them. Because after a while of talking to them, you find yourself doing the same exact things that that person is doing. Because bad shit always rub ups on you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your heads up, guys. I will catch you guys later. Ciao.